Hola, ¿cómo está Las Vegas? And welcome to Chris Garcia, the Conservative American. We're here talking about my friend David McDondough here, but first I want Rolando LaRosse, the big boss, the owner of the Las Vegas Tribune, we're here discussing, my friend right here was thrown out of his place illegally, and we're going to get into that in a minute. But Rolando had a thought he wanted to share with everybody about the marijuana laws and buying a marijuana card that does you no good if they're going to come in and throw you out of your home. Rolando, what were you going to say about that?
I'm saying that it costs a lot of money to get the marijuana, medicine marijuana card.
Yes.
It's not cheap. Why did they go through all the process? What are they doing on that? And then they're going to go over there and take the marijuana that he used for his health. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's a double standard.
That's right. That was the boss, Rolando LaRosse, speaking to you on my show. He was talking about it makes no sense to give a man the right to have marijuana, give him a legal card, and then you come and take it away from him and throw him out of his house. Dave, tell us what's going on with you.
Well, the government came over to my place to move me out of my apartment back in November of 16?
Mm-hmm.
No, 15. I was living on the desert, and they want that property to build the freeway.
Right.
So they paid me to move out. They took me across to the town to North Las Vegas and Lake Mead and put me in a senior's home called Lake Tonopah Seniors Affordable Living.
Sounds wonderful.
Oh yeah, wonderful. It's on citrus hills, and there are no citrus and there are no hills.
Right.
But anyway, I moved in there, and they showed me their contract.
Mm.
Well, I couldn't count the number of pages in their contract, 20 or 30 pages, but I signed them all, and then I objected to the addendums. They say, if you don't sign the addendums, we can't rent to you. Great. Do I have a choice? No. Okay. I signed the addendums and rented a place with them, lived there from January to November. Along comes December, and some management people come up at my door without any announcements and says, we want to inspect your apartment. I said, no. So we're going to inspect anyway. They come in, they march through my apartment and find my medical marijuana garden, and suddenly I'm a criminal enterprise.
Wow.
Uh-huh. Here, Merry Christmas. Get the hell out. Okay. I fight it. We go to court. Well, they go to court. The hearing master agrees with me. I didn't do anything wrong. Okay. Come January, my contract is up, and now they say I'm a nuisance. They want me out. Huh? Okay, I go and fight that. Now, I put up $250 to see a real judge about this. And guess what? February comes around, they have a hearing somewhere, don't announce anything to me about it. I can't even show up for it. And they send me a letter. Sorry, we don't have any sympathy for you, and it's okay to throw your ass out.
Wow.
Huh? Well, that's where I'm at. I'm sleeping on a friend's floor. I would be out in the street. They got all my stuff locked up in the apartment. They won't let me turn off the damn lights or my computers or my grow. The day after they lock me out, a narcotics officer from the city comes over and steals my grow. All my plants are gone. How is that legal? A Las Vegas narcotics officer claims they have the right to enforce federal law. When did that happen? That's news to me. Uh-huh. Well, the only reason they think they have the right to enforce federal laws is because the federal government is bribing them to accept their laws.
Dave, explain to the American people out here that's watching on TV and listening on the radio, what does the medical marijuana card allow you to have in your possession?
According to last year,
This is his.
This is my cards. Last year, a single person with a medical card was allowed 12 plants to grow in their own home. This year, as of January, even the public is allowed to grow 6 in their own home. Well, what's the problem? I have 12 for me, and my assistant, my helper, my physical help has 6. He doesn't have a card because he doesn't need one now. But I have a card, and I've had a card essentially since 2000 when I applied for it in California. I came back to Vegas in 03 and 04. 04, I applied for that, got Nevada cards. I've had them ever since. Apparently, they mean nothing. You want to explain to me how?
Well, have you talked to other people that
I've been
experienced the same thing?
everywhere. I've talked to, first of all, it started in December, middle of December. I've been everywhere in the state. I've talked to medical marijuana lawyers. I've talked to all the institutions downtown. I've been to the courthouse innumerable times. I've been to the self-help center. I've been to old folks' help, legal help. I've been to the housing help. I've been to even the bar. The bar, sure, yeah. You have free referrals to lawyers that will help you. Right. Once you get into the system and start listening to all this stuff, there's nothing free anywhere. You've got to pay $45 just to spend a half an hour discussing your problems. I don't have that. I'm living on disability. I put up the $250. Now they're going to hold it until next month.
And how much does a medical marijuana card cost?
Well, originally it was $100 just to apply, but we managed to get that down to $50 to apply. We managed to get that down to $25, and then it was $300 or something like that, and we managed to get that down to like $100 and $150 or something like that. I had a string. I can't remember numbers with a damn. But anyway, yeah, I've spent money. I've had cards, and they're apparently worthless.
What was the reasoning that they gave for your eviction? I mean,
First of all, like I said, I'm a criminal enterprise. Wait a minute, how the hell is that possible? Now, the hearing master, we don't even get to hear judges first off. It's got to be a hearing master. He says, you're right, you didn't do anything wrong. You're not evicted in December. January, my contract is up, they start again. We want him out. He's a nuisance. Huh?
had you had any problems with any neighbors?
Nope. And if you come to my apartment and ask the people around me, they'll tell you I'm a nice guy. They like me. It's the management pricks and assholes.
What do you think is behind it, Dave? What do you?
Some small-minded pissant, excuse my French, well, got a vendetta. She was excluded from the hippies society in high school, and she's got a vendetta against the old hippie.
My wife is a hippie. It's the first
Well, I'm in.
Wait, I am a Trump supporter also. You can stop.
So some hippies for Trump.
Well, they're not exclusive.
That's right. That makes absolutely no sense, and I don't understand how local law
Be
enforcement
careful
can
with
say.
the language because
Yes.
we're going to the FM.
Yes. It's I don't understand how local law enforcement can feel like they can enforce federal laws. I don't understand.
Well, I got a number and I got a name of some narcotics officer who took my garden. Just the day after they locked me out, they opened the doors again, went in and clipped all my plants. Didn't turn off the lights. As a matter of fact, they added more lights.
Wow.
So that I'm paying for stuff that I'm not using.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. So where are you at right now, David?
I'm locked out of my apartment. I had 30 days to get my stuff out of it, but they're going to make it trouble for that. Now, according to the lawyer I talked to, if they do continue to make trouble for me to get my stuff out of it, I have to refile papers and start again with these people and the law and the courthouse.
Have they tell you what is the lawyer tell you? Have they told you that you're gonna?
No lawyers will talk to me without money.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you have a court date, Dave? Do you?
I've been through that. That was February, the beginning of the month. I had a court date. I didn't get invited. They discussed it behind my back and sent me a letter. I could have sworn I spent $250 to be able to be in court with this. No, you can't. We don't want to hear from you. We'll hear from the people that are complaining about you, but they can lie about what they did, and they don't have to prove it. But if I say I did something or they didn't do something, I have to prove that. What? Is this a little lopsided?
Wow, it is.
Yeah. So, the medical marijuana card means nothing. You have no rights whatsoever. The people with money have all the rights, all the ownership.
Have you got in contact with other people that are going through the same thing?
Who? Show me one people that has my situation. There isn't one.
I think this is going to be a real issue going forward. I don't think that they know exactly how to deal with the fact that marijuana is going to be legal, you know, to some extent and to certain amount. I don't think that law enforcement or the city
According to the
knows how to
state
deal with
laws, it's totally legal for everybody as of January.
Right. Absolutely.
So your thugs in the law enforcement still want to go around pounding on people?
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard a cop say, "Oh, let's do this and this and this so we can get back to doing things we like to do." Like chase people around, beat on them, and give them tickets. The things police like to do? Excuse me, why are we hiring people that like to beat on people for law enforcement? I could have sworn we had a minimum intelligence requirement for the police. Well, that's been dumbed down. We had a maximum weight limit at one time, no more. We had a minimum height requirement, no more. And all of this is because they didn't want to increase the salary they pay cops. Yeah.
That explains a lot.
That explains everything, doesn't it? That's why we got cops that are dumb as stumps. Yeah, we got security guards that are cops.
Yeah.
Barely capable of thinking. They should be night patrolmen and nothing else. But those are police now because you can't hire enough people to fill the jobs.
Now, how long had you been living at the apartment complex?
A year.
A year.
Mm-hmm.
Have they gone through a management change since you've been there, or is it the same?
Same management, yes. And guess what? A management company has all the rights of an owner in this state when the owner is in California somewhere. I sent him a letter. He don't have to respond. He don't have to say anything. He just lets the management company beat on anybody they want to.
I've experienced that. Yes, they do.
Well,
it's unbelievable. It is. Yeah. He stays totally out of it. He lets the management company deal with it. I've experienced that myself. It's crazy, man.
Well, when can I get him in court?
Yeah.
How do I get him in court? How do I get them responsible? Well, wait a minute. Contract law. Didn't they say a couple of years ago that corporations are now equal to people in the law? Yeah, they did. Well, how do we discipline a corporation that acts like an 8-year-old? Huh? The only way to discipline a corporation is to sue their asses for money.
That's right.
Well, how can I sue them? No, I can't get any help doing that. Nobody wants to attack them.
Now, is this a large management company? Do they have more than one property? You don't know.
Yeah, all I got is their name. That's in the papers I piled up. Can you don't find me a briefcase? I got so much papers on a damn lawyer.
This is disgusting what's going on. I talked to a guy, Eric Messi, who's being evicted from his home illegally, and his dad's home.
To the judge, it's all legal.
Yeah,
What the hell are you talking about?
It's just unbelievable, man, what's going on. I might try and have you on with Eric at the same time, but that's what we're doing. We're putting shows like this up on YouTube, but up on TV, because at least it gives the people a voice. At least it lets people know what's going on in this country, what's going on in the city, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I don't think they know what to do. It is legal right now.
Yeah, and they still want to enforce what? Federal law?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's...
What do you think is going to come of that, Dave? What do you think? How do you think they're going to deal with it?
Well, I think we ought to get together and reconstitutionalize the government. The whole problem is that the United States was turned into a corporation.
Yes, it was.
Well, did we get to vote on that?
No, we did.
We did not. And it was done
Yes.
under the usual, what do they call it, conniving? How about, it's Christmas vacation. Let's hold 5 or 6 people here. And after everybody's gone home, we 5 or 6 are going to vote on something.
That's what they do.
That's right. They did that in 1903, and we've been corporatized ever since, and it's about time we put an end to the corporation of America.
Yes. The Rothschild family started
Yeah,
that. Yes.
the wealthy, the banksters.
Absolutely. I talk about that all the time. I talked about that yesterday on the show, the New World Order and when it was constituted,
Okay.
and we've been sold out.
Banksters, yeah. It's all about the money.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the people that source the money have no say.
Absolutely. You're so right about that, Dave. I talk about that all the time on my show. And what I'm just confused about is they know that it's legal now in the state of Nevada. Do you think the federal government is going to catch up with that, or you think they're going to stay
No, I
on?
think we're going to have to abolish the DEA altogether. Why are drugs an enforcement problem? They're not. They're a medical problem. Abolish the DEA altogether.
Yes. I know.
Well, there's no constitutional reason that any of these federal organizations should exist. Huh? Amendment 4, the right of the people to be secure in their houses, papers, and effects. Secure particularly from unreasonable search and seizure. Isn't that what happened here? How do I hold them accountable? This is our Constitution, right?
Our Constitution. You're
Uh-huh.
absolutely right.
Well, does it mean anything anymore? Not if it's corporatized.
That's right. And the DA is part of that corporation.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. He's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. I've never understood how the federal government can kick in somebody's door and come in and see that. That's totally unconstitutional. It is ridiculous what's going on.
We had certain rights before they corporatized.
Yes.
Well, where's the problem?
It's absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Well, how do we fix it? And you think Trump's going to fix it? Not if his choices are saying we're going to enforce more laws. Enforce more laws? You don't have a right to enforce your laws on me.
Yeah, it's quite a swamp. It's quite a swamp.
Yeah, it stinks to high heaven, don't it?
It's quite a swamp. You're absolutely right, Dave. We got about 3 minutes left in the show, but I would love for you to come back, man. I would love for us to just get every Friday. It's open. If you want to come back and talk about it every Friday, I would love for you to do it. Keep me updated on what's going on. But Dave, listen, I think that what you can't do is just let this go.
I'm fighting it as hard as I can. I just can't seem to find any help, and I'm out of money. I get $1,340 a month. Well, guess what? That's right at the exact place where you can't get any help from anybody else in the government. I want to go to the welfare office, fill out all the forms. They give me $12 to eat on. How is that a help? 2 meals? You kidding?
It's crazy. It's crazy. But they're illegals coming over here to get $500.
That's right. I gotta go across the border and then come back and claim I'm an illegal immigrant.
You get all kind of help there.
That's right. I get all kinds of help then. I'm condemned because I was born here. Huh? Yeah, I had an original birth certificate from Boston, Massachusetts. I made the mistake of mailing it over to the welfare office in Richmond, California. Well, guess what? It never came back. And they claim the post office lost it. Yeah, right. It's a trophy. Somebody in the welfare office has got it hidden in a cabinet somewhere. It's a freaking trophy.
You listen, I keep telling people this, and on a serious note, I am a Trump supporter because I do believe that more than the other criminals. I think that he will try and do something for this country. But I'll say this. He had better understand this country's been bought and sold. And he's got a lot of work to do. If he's going to make just a little difference, these people have been paid for. And I think that if something is not done during Trump's time, we are going to have a revolution in this country.
A bloody revolution.
A bloody revolution. I truly do believe that. The forgotten man and woman that came out and voted for him, if he does not follow through on some of his promises, I think we're going to have a revolution in this country like we've never seen before. And, you know, the liberals, and I don't like to just classify them because it was Republicans and Democrats that sold us down the river. They have to understand that while they were pocketing all of this money, they were screwing the common American citizen. They were stealing his property. They were taking away his freedoms under the Patriot Act and other things that it's a joke. And if they don't start putting the American person first, and it's happening all over the world, it's not just happening in the United States, people are getting fed up. Ask the people in Britain, ask the people in Germany. People are getting, and I hate to say this, I did this show a couple of months ago. It leads to the rise, and I know this, a lot of people might disagree with me, of Adolf Hitler and people like that. Because it finally was a person that stood up for his own people. Now, yes, did he turn out to be insane in a lot of ways? Absolutely. But you can understand the people's frustration and why they voted for a man who was at least trying to fight for them. Because Germany had been devastated after World War I. I mean, their money was worth nothing. People were starving to death in the streets. There were people in that country that were selling out German citizens, and that's what led to his rise. And if something isn't done in this country, I could see a leader like that coming along, and it'd be a revolution in this country. It's coming if they don't start putting people like Dave, myself, and other Americans who were born here and paid taxes. If you don't start putting us first, I'm letting you politicians know, Donald Trump, I love you to death. I voted for you, so did my whole family. But if you really don't drain that swamp and you really don't put Americans first and close those borders, I believe there's going to be a revolution in this country, Dave. I really do. I really do.
You know, I'd join if my guns weren't stolen.
See, that's what I'm talking about. This is my good friend David McDondough. I'm going to invite him back next Friday. He is welcome to come back here. He's a patriot, and his rights have been violated. He has a medical marijuana card. He did what the law asked him to do. You have no right to come into his home, seize his property, and evict him. It was illegal. It was an illegal eviction. And I'm Chris Garcia, the conservative American. I told you these were kind of shows I was going to have on. What happened to common sense? You know, my dad he was a military guy. He just raised us on common sense. If it makes no sense, stop. This makes absolutely no sense. What did he do wrong? Absolutely nothing. If you are a lawyer, take this case, take it pro bono. Do the right thing. Get this man back in his home. Get this man. If they don't get him back in his home, then he should get paid then, because he is living in somebody else's home. He was illegally evicted, and he has lost property, and he has lost time, and he has lost his convenience. And I believe he should be paid for that. If you're a lawyer, do the right thing and take Dave's case. Dave, thank you so much for coming on today. And he is